Yes, ma'am.
I just have a question. I don't know if you, is there a way that, like, if you sign up to, like, be an organ donor, that you, like, clarify, I only want my organs donated if you meet this criteria, so that you are, you know?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I don't know. I don't know if there is. But what you can do is, in various legal documents, you can put that sort of thing down. So, in advance directives, one thing you can stipulate is, I'm an organ donor, and if I will, if my organs will be, if it's a situation in which my organs can be donated, you can stipulate that. There's nothing in place on the organ donor card, if you will, but you can, in advance directives, actually say that sort of thing. Yeah. Actually, I never thought of that. Yes, ma'am.
I think I might have asked you this, or someone else this last year, but even though the organs can't be taken to someone if they don't want them to be, obviously it's killing. What if, pretend that I had a child and the child needed an organ and I wanted to offer that organ? I mean, that's kind of weird, and it's like could be like suicide. But I mean, in the case, this is huge, but I'm dying, not quite dead yet, I mean, you can kind of use like the scripture, like lay down your life for another friend. There's no greater love than that. So it almost kind of reminds me of like abortion for the risk of another's health. Like St. Gianna offered her life so her child could live. So what difference is it if that's a human within her body, like her baby, that's a human and she was? It's just a later stage. Why would she not be able to offer herself up for her child?
So, good question. For some reason, I do remember you asking me this before. I don't know why, because I don't present on this topic. But, I think the simple answer, and it's probably obvious, answer is, now, you can never donate unpaired vital organs. I can't give my heart to my son, right? If it's going to cause my death. I can't do that, even if my son is very sick. Okay? Why? Because what happens is, we remember in human acts, there's three components. Okay, I'm going to give you kind of a complicated answer here. Circumstances, the intention, and the act chosen. Okay? So let's say it's my son, Joseph, right? Needs a heart. He can have mine. Though I'm told it's a little cold sometimes. What action is being chosen in the situation of when they remove my heart? In one word, it's murder. It might be for a good intention, but it clearly breaks the fifth commandment, since you were doing the scripture. Right? So this is kind of the situation in 7 Pounds. I believe I've mentioned this before, maybe this is why it came up. This is a recent Will Smith movie where he basically, if you're going to watch it, don't listen, where he takes his own life. But he does so in a bathtub filled with ice so that his organs will be preserved, and he calls the healthcare authorities before he takes his life. So they're on his way, or they're on their way, and he's able to. His intention is good, but it's suicide, or it's murder if it were being done by somebody else. Okay? So it does such a thing. The end does not justify the means. Okay? So you can't take an unpaired vital organ. That being said, if my son is in need of a kidney, I can donate my kidney. Not both, right? But I can give one of my kidneys to him, even though there are some negative side effects. There's some higher risks, but they're negligible compared to the good that can be accrued to Joseph. I can give him my kidney. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine recently made a decision to do that very thing for his daughter. That's a very good, a meritorious act, an act of love for his daughter. So anyway, to summarize, you can't give an unpaired vital organ that would cause the death, removal of which would cause death. It's murder to do that. But you can give a non-vital organ, particularly when it's unpaired, like a kidney, to save the life of someone else. And I have to follow up.
I guess it's just frustrating. We were talking earlier about like an end-of-life case where they had to like walk in the room, watch their, I think it was their daughter or sister, like just watch it. They weren't allowed to like sneak her food, like they had cops watching to make sure that didn't happen. And I just couldn't imagine like having a child and being married, just watching them there, dying, like knowing that I would have the capacity to save them. And I know, I don't think I would even do that now, but being older and like being a mother, I feel like it would be so difficult to stand by and let your child die when you could potentially save them even.
Sure, no, and that sentiment is certainly very understandable. Do you remember my number 8 from 2 days ago? That I finally remembered? And then you got to what? Emotivism, right? The argument that you just articulated is one of emotion. I can't imagine how it would feel. And yeah, I agree. I mean, any mother or father who has lost a child, right? I mean, I can't imagine what that would be. But that's no legitimate basis to make decisions. It should be acknowledged and respected. Right? There's no legitimate reason to make decisions. Emotion, sentiment, law. Because to do so, I mean, think about the consequences. Take that kind of argument that you've articulated, take that to its natural conclusions. I mean, you can do anything based upon that. Right? Furthermore, I think there's also, I would also articulate, if it were me, and I know murder is wrong, right? My dad had done this for me. Well, let's continue using me. When Joseph grows up, I hope he's a good, Catholic, virtuous young lad, right? And if he knows what I did, admirable intentions, but if he knows that I killed myself for his life, imagine the burden on him. I mean, I would think that would be exceptionally stifling and painful for him.
And you could say the same thing though